Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Fresh Friday. I'm excited to show you 3 grain recipes today. About this time of year, this is when carbs become the bad guy because everyone is changing their eating habits and wanting to be healthier. And I'm going to show you 3 recipes that you can be healthy, get your carbs in, and feel full longer. So we're going to be making an oatmeal with a berry compote, a Mexican quinoa bake, and then a veggie stir fry with wild rice. All of these recipes are just base recipes. You can add in whatever you find locally or whatever is in your fridge. They're really easy to adjust. So I'm excited to see what you come up with. We're going to be using some blanched kale, broccoli, and sweet potato chunks that we got from Good Foods Co-op in Lexington, but they originally come from FoodChain. Now, FoodChain is a nonprofit in Lexington that has been open since 2011. They have been amazing about servicing the Lexington community. And among the many notable things that they've done in their almost decade, one of the ones this past year has been a meal program. Now, with everything happening over the past year, a lot of families have been food insecure. And on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, youth up to 18 have been able to go and get a hot lunch from them. And on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, anyone has been able to go and get a hot dinner from them. They have been so incredible during this time, and we cannot speak highly of them because they are so amazing. They're great to work with. They are friends of the Kentucky Pork Council, and we are proud to feature them this week. As of yesterday, they just started their meal subscription program, so they do a salad kit and a meal kit. And you don't have to be subscribed for a number of weeks if you wouldn't like to. You can just order weekly. I saw this week that they are doing a tilapia meal kit, and they raise that in-house. So if you ever get the chance to go and tour FoodChain, I would highly recommend it. It's incredible to see. So let's get into the recipes. I'm excited. For this easy berry compote to top our oatmeal with, I have about 2 cups of mixed berries in a small sauce pot here on medium-high heat. I'm going to add the juice of half of a lime, and then the zest of about 1 orange. I'm going to give this a taste, and it is in need of a little bit of sugar, so I'm going to do a teaspoon of local maple syrup and teaspoon of local honey. You can do all maple syrup or all honey or whatever sugar you'd like. These are just healthier in my opinion. Give this a good mix and let it reduce down and put it off to the side. I made my oatmeal per the instructions on the back of the container, and I used oat milk as my liquid in this, but you can use whatever milk alternative, or water you'd like. I let this thicken up and cook, and then I added a dash of cinnamon, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then because I like to feel full longer, I added in a scoop of vanilla protein powder to this and gave it a good mix. Plated this up, and I just did my oatmeal, my berry compote, and then I topped it with a little bit of chia seeds, some hemp seeds, and randomly some coconut flakes that I had. I find that the more exciting the toppings are, the more excited I am to eat oatmeal in the morning. Heading over to our Mexican quinoa bake, we are going to take a medium saucepan with oil, and we're going to add our garlic to this. We're going to cook it down on medium-high heat. Add a little bit of cumin until it gets fragrant, mix it up, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. So we have our black beans, our chopped tomatoes, a minced jalapeno, frozen corn, and then we're also going to add in our sweet potatoes that we got from FoodChain and our dried quinoa. Give this a good mix, try not to spill it, and once that is looking good, we're going to add in our veggie broth, bring this to a boil, put a lid on it, put it on simmer, and then let that cook for 20 minutes. Once it's done, we will fluff it with a fork and add it to an oven-safe baking dish. After adding it to the baking dish, I just topped it with a little bit of cheese and put it in the oven just for that to melt. Once I pulled it out, I put a little bit of sliced avocado on there and a sprinkling of fresh cilantro. This is very delicious. You can easily add meat to this if you'd like, but this is a great side dish or perfect for tacos. And finally, our veggie stir fry. We're going to start by making the sauce for this. So we're going to add soy sauce to a bowl, We're going to add veggie broth, some grated garlic cloves, brown sugar. We are also going to add in sesame oil, which I know a lot of people don't typically have that, but this is really a transformative ingredient. We're going to add in cornstarch to thicken this up, and then I happen to have some fresh ginger that I also grated into this and gave it a good whisk. In a pan or wok, we are going to start sauteing up our veggies. So we are going to add in some oil and start with our sliced bell peppers. We're going to let these exude a little bit of water and then add in our mushrooms. After those cook down for a little bit, we'll add in our carrots that are cut on the diagonal, and then our broccoli from FoodChain. Now this is already cooked, so we really just want to warm this. We will give that a good mix and then add in our wok sauce. Give this a little bit of time to thicken and then put it to the side while we make the rice. For the wild rice, I just chose a nice mix and followed the instructions on the back, making sure to fluff after. I plated this up with our vegetables that I had mixed in, some of the FoodChain kale as well. I topped it with some sauce and some scallions, and this was delicious. I can't wait to make this again. You could easily add meat to this as well. I hope you guys are posting for our local food challenge. You have the chance to win $25 towards a CSA of your choice, or we've extended it to $25 towards a farm store purchase of your choice. So get cooking and shop local. We can't wait to see those. Thanks guys, see you next week.